if you're going to come in. So let's, Gio, we're going to put your deal towards the end of the call. Get it all prepped, get it ready. Since we have Vinney Chopra here, let me share a little bit about Vinney. He is the mastermind who created our multifamily academy, multifamily syndication academy inside Alchemist Nation. So that course that has all of those wonderful tools that you get, like the capital raising chart, capital raising PowerPoint. So all these resources over here. When we go over here, this PowerPoint for raising capital, his actual capital raising PowerPoint that was $10,000 that an SEC attorney created. You can come in, you can actually rebrand it with your logo. Don't change any of the words because the words all work, but this is the PowerPoint that you have access to inside of the academy. So if you ever want to raise capital and you speak at an event, you can literally teach people how to locate emerging markets, how to what value add up properties are, how to negotiate contracts, and then in the end, why they should invest in you with case studies. And you can say, hey, look, this is my mentor's case studies. These are things that Vinney Chopra did. And if you want to look up Vinney Chopra, go look him up. And it's very easy. And then at the end, it says, hey, look, this is how you invest with us. You can put your contact information all right there. So that is one of the tools inside Vinney created for us. Another one is the property calculator, the multifamily calculator, which you can download. And then when you open it up, it's a complex spreadsheet, which fortunately has a lot of instructions on how to use it right here. Don't skip tab 1. All the instructions are right there. The quick calculator, we use this often as just like a base. But then when we go to finally underwrite, we don't do the underwriting until we got it under agreement. When we finally go to underwriting, this is where we start putting in all that data, all that information. So if it looks overwhelming to you, do not worry. Just go to the course table of contents and collapse everything, and then go to the how to evaluate.
10.
The module 10, underwriting deals.
Yep. Yes.
So when you get into module 10, it'll actually show you how to underwrite the deals using that calculator. So fans, we understand all the resources are there. It's cool. You don't have to memorize it now, but when you do have a deal, you got the tools to go put it down. And for the question that we're getting, when it's like, well, I don't have it all organized. If you're going to present to a group, you should get something organized. At least get the quick calc done if you're doing a multifamily. This way we can go look at it and say, okay, like here's the NOI, here's the rents, here's what we're expecting this thing to make. So if that makes sense, we got the resource. They're all in there. Lauren, you're brand new. So you just go to community.alchemiststation.com. After you've clicked all the things on your email, for everybody who doesn't have access to any of this, it's because your email has access. You got to click through the links there. That gives you access to the courses. Once you do, then you can go to community.alchemiststation.com and all the stuff shows up for you automatically. So you just got to register that first time and you'll be good. That being said, Vinney is a guest of ours. He is one of our patriarchs. He's the person who said, man, like, let's go build 1 million millionaires instead of just 100 millionaires. He's built over $1.6 billion of assets under management, not built, but he acquired $1.6 billion of assets under management. His partners and him now have $2.5 billion of assets under management. Vinney has sold a lot of his multifamily and he's been shifting into assisted living. He's been shifting into hotels. He's been doing residential assisted living, like literally with his own money, not doing any capital raising. He's invested in the stock market. So he's got a lot of different experiences on where things are going and where things have been. So this is we're going to open this up to a Q&A session. We don't normally get to do something like this, but tonight, because we have somebody so successful and somebody so caring towards the community in our presence, I want to unmute the mics and start asking some really good questions to Vinney. Vinney, is that cool?
Yes, it's always cool. Vinney is ready.
All right. So we talked a little bit about the pendulum. We talked a little bit about, economies and markets shifting and old things becoming new and baby boomers being the biggest part. Who here has talked to somebody in the silver tsunami before or like talked to an older person who had a lot of capital? Has anybody done that? Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, good.
So let's ask Vinney some questions around raising capital, since that seems to be the theme. I kind of set the tone tonight with that. Vinney, what's the most you've ever raised?
I think most. Oh, you mean like in a deal?
As an individual,
total, I think I've raised 220 million. 220 million is about that. And for the last 5 years, I've not bought much at all. Actually, I've been selling at the peak, and now I have very less portfolio left. But now we are also converting from the non-performing cash flow multifamily, right, to cash flowing, guess what, non-multifamily. what? Vinny is going 180-degree turn back to residential. One single home can make you $10,000 net income every month. Every month. Listen to me. And that's net profit you will make. And that's with residential assisted living. Because if you have a 5-bedroom home, 3-bathroom home or something like that, you can get 5 seniors to come in, or even 10 seniors if you share the room. If the rooms are big enough and you can change the bathrooms to ADA compliance and everything, then each senior resident will pay you 4,000, 4 to 7,000. Alzheimer patients, residents, they will pay you about 7,000, but regular seniors will pay you 4 to 5,000. So what I'm doing right now, just to, and Walter knows that, I just bought 2 really good homes in the Phoenix Scottsdale area. And just in 2 months, I bought these 2 homes, closed the deal on the last one last Friday. It's 10 bedrooms and 9.5 bathrooms. 3,600 square feet, I think. And what it was, the previous seller took the time and went through the dust and putting, all these different divisions and all rooms and bathrooms. And I just came in and clicked it, turnkey. And now I'm getting licensed, with my operator over there. So essentially, let's talk about it, and I'm open to anything. So that's called residential assisted living. I wrote a book on senior assisted living because I've been making them from ground up in Florida, in Virginia. My partner has built in Michigan, all those areas, right? But by building these, I realized loans were a problem, construction loans after COVID, and also the cost of construction going very high. So I have pivoted. I always look in the direction and I say, what's the time calling you right now? And the time is calling low hanging fruit where I don't have to be on $20 million loans, sign my life away, or 17 million or 100 million. Totally, I had almost one time 300 some million loans on my neck, But now with a single family home, you could just buy it yourself or with an investor. That's it. So I'll open it up.
Let's open it up to questions. Where are our single family investors? People who are familiar with the single family investment space. Awesome. Let's ask some questions. Derek Fowler, what's stopping you from doing an RAL right now?
Yes.
I'm actually in the process of teaming up with someone from Mobile. She's actually got all the licensing and everything to become an operator for one, and she's wanting me to help her find the property and get things going. So it's kind of something I'm working on in the background.
Oh, that's awesome. Very good. Very good.
So
And
Derek,
she has the full license, and this is her very first RAL. Is that right?
Yeah, she's been a nurse or whatever you need to be she's been gaining credentials over the years, and she loves doing what she does, but she wants to run her own place, and she knows that there's a huge demand for it. So she's wanting me to find her like 5 or 6 bedroom home and go from there, remodel it, fix it up, and when she does the cash out refi, roll it into another one, do another one, get a few going. She's kind of wanting that to be her kind of retirement vehicle. So
very nice. Very nice.
I like that. Wow, I didn't expect that. So let's give Derek Fowler a round of applause for being a little ahead of the time. It must be all of those Abundance Thursday calls. Vinny's just kept peppering some of that out, and it's gotten out into the universe. Derek, what got you to say yes to that? Because I know me as an investor, if I hadn't spent all this time with Vinny, I would have said, hell no, absolutely not interested. Like the moment somebody said it, because it's not my space. What made you open to doing an RAL?
I have a lot more knowledge than she does, and maybe she has the capital to do it. So I feel like I would be doing an injustice to the world by not serving or helping serve someone else where it could benefit them, I mean, there may not even be a direct exchange of value between me and her. Like I may give her a tremendous amount of value and I get very little in return, but that's fine with me. it made me feel really good to be able to help her do something that she's always dreamed of doing. So
Wow.
I
Wow.
like it, brother. So I guess what my suggestion would be is see if you can get some equity in that RAL.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna like, hey, let me help you do everything, and then like, see ya. Nah, like I plan on like figure out where I can get in to be in, and if it just wouldn't work, then still figure out a way for some sort of compensation. But largely, it would just be really cool to help her get that accomplished.
That's
I like it.
fabulous. I would love to say that in the RAL, just like any business, it's the real estate and it's the operations. So that's the beauty of it. You must be thinking, Vinny, hey, 5,000 or 4,000, I said, per resident, that's a lot of money coming in. Like I'll be averaging 50,000 a month coming in for my one single family room in a home in Scottsdale and in Phoenix. So 50,000. That's a lot of money coming in. Rent could be only maybe if I gave, well, 10-bedroom home, could charge 3,000 maybe, right? Or maybe 3,500 or something. But it's in the midst of all these homes, which are 3, 4 bedroom homes. Just this home is got 10 bedrooms because the owner made an effort to convert that. And I just happened to pick it up. So once you're looking for good deals, you'll come across these really cool, very high number of rooms, single family. And of course, if you look at ugly house, right? We always say that, right? The ugly house in a nice neighborhood, that's a great one with a good backyard. Now you can add rooms in the backyard. Who is stopping us to do that, right? So that's possible.
Vinny, if you could
Now,
talk about the expenses, since we are on the RAL thing, if you could talk about the
yes,
expenses of an RAL, I know they're very different from traditional single family
yes,
investing or multifamily
yes.
investing.
Mhm.
What do those look like? What's the expense ratios you look for?
We'd say that, just like I was saying, it's out of 50,000 coming in monthly, you'll make 10. Some of you remember that, right? So 20% of 50,000 is pretty darn good after paying the mortgage and expenses and everything. The biggest expenses in RALs is payroll, number one. Payroll is number one. Food is number two because you're feeding, right? You're cooking 3 meals, or one of your caretaker is going to be a cook also. Usually that's how it is. And maybe a nurse could be also caretaker, and then executive director, I call it operator. For example, like in Arizona, my operator
The
can
recording has
only put
stopped.
her license on 2 homes, 2 single family homes. So I'll be giving her $60,000 income. Not too bad, right? 64 to 60, 60,000, and divided into 2 homes. So it's 30 and 30 from each home for the year, right? And then the other expenses will be utility because, we got lights on, we got more, bathrooms and things like that. So, and then of course, the insurance cost will be higher because you want to get all the insurance, the director's insurance, the errors and omissions and slip and fall and all those kind of, along with property insurance. So
And
those
so
are about three. Yeah.
you're looking at, you said two buildings, that cook and that nurse, can they service both buildings or do you have a cook and nurse per
No,
building?
separate per building because assisted living is a 24-hour operation, 24 hours. You know, Actually, today I did a really good demo with the software company that I'll be using. And Monica and I, my daughter and I were in the demo, and they just presented a very nice, which is